Hello, welcome back to the channel. If you have followed the previous tutorials, you should reach this level with us. We are going to continue to build our app by creating a sign up form. Then we did create a sign up form, but we are going to process the data from the sign up form. That's why things are going to get interesting. We are going to dive into JavaScript, PHP, and mysql. And you also look at how you can use phpmyadmin platform to also create our database and tables for this particular tutorial. Stay tuned as we continue with that. So the next thing I want you to do is to start your Apache server. If it is not running, you should make sure it is running, and then open your Visual Studio Code and browse to the folder at which we have our dating app folder at. And then once you are already there, then you open your web browser and then enter localhost / dating app / index.php to get to this page. Let's continue from there. Here I want you to go to localhost phpmyadmin. I already have it here, so I'll just click on the new database. Okay, then here create database. So we're going to enter the name of the database, and let's say dating app db. Okay, then just create it. Let's create database as it is. Okay, now we have dating app db created, and these are the list of database that I have in my php admin. So once I have the database db, I will just click on database db. Now what I can do is that within this database I can create table. The database I've not selected over here, I can create my table. So what I'm going to do is enter the name of the table that I want to use, and maybe I want to use user registration underscore table. I will just bring the table info. So user registration underscore table. The number of columns that I want to add, let's get back to our app and count. We have name, we have email address, we have date of birth, we have country, you have city, then you have gender, you have your interest, our password. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to have 9 column fields, and then you add the ID of the table to it. I'll explain them to you later. So you're going to have in total 10. You will also have the chance to expand upon the column if you want to increase the column to as time goes, so you can do that. So let's go then create our table, first table. Then the first name that you are going to have, the first column name that I want you to type is what? ID. Then the other one, the name. Okay, then the username or email address or email. Then let's go for I just want that to follow as it is on our. It's not necessary, but I just want us to follow. But it's not necessary. Okay, so you can go in for, let's say, date of birth. Then you can come in for gender. You can go in for city or country. Then you can come in for city. Then you can go in for interest. You can come in for email. You can come in for password. And what do you have left? Let's go back and check if there is something that you are mixing. Name, email. What field is this? Username. Okay, username. So I think that is all that we have over here. Okay, username. That's all that we have over here. So let's go back. The last one is what? Username. Now, when you come to the creation of tables in PHP or MySQL, these are the type of data that these columns are supposed to what contain. Fortunately for us, PHP MySQL are not so strict when it comes to the type of data. So normally, even if you are to contain integers in name field, it will work. If you are to put string there, it will still work. But I want us to just take this one and change this name because you are dealing with what letters. We're going for car. Let us go for car, car, character. Then you also go for that. You do that for city too, for interest, and then for email address, you do the same thing. For password, you're going to do the same thing. Then for username too, you do the same thing. Okay, and then the length of values. It doesn't really matter. Normally you can, but there are default values that you have to put there. Okay, so I'll put 10 for integer. It will expand beyond 10 once it reaches that limit. As long as the maximum limit has not reached, it will always continue to expand to give me to more wells. So I'll also go for 50. I'll go for 50. I'll go for 50 again. I'll also go for another 50. Also go for another 50. I'll go for another 50. Password field, I'll go for another 50. Username, I'll go for another 50. Once all these things are set, the next thing you're going to do is set their default value. Which value should be available in case there's no value? Then I want it to be what? Null. There should be nothing over there. Once there are no what? Well, there should be nothing over there. There's something that we are mixing in our sign up table that I will also address very soon. Okay. And then once this thing has been set to null, all right, then we come to the storage engine type. We're going to use mysql. It's the best than NodeDB. And then you want this index to what? Increase automatically. That's why you not set value to what? Null. The value should be able to increase by itself without having problem. So before for us to do that, you have to set the auto increment to what? The a_i means auto increment to what? True. Okay. Then automatically the primary key will be what? That. And this is the primary key that you use to guide us in terms of trying to access a particular data on this column, or trying to link two tables, or doing so many what? Joining two tables or other things. There are so many important aspects when it comes to what the primary key. You will go to know how important it is with time. So once everything is said, let's say unsigned, everything is said, we can go ahead and create what? Our table. We can go ahead and create our table. I've wanted us to just go straight and create the table, but there is something that I want us to address. Okay, I want us to keep track of the time the person did sign up. So let's add another column here. Okay, and then let's see time registered. Okay, or date joined. Okay, then let's use that one to let's use Barker. You go ahead and create our table. So let's click on the save button. Yes. So now if you have been able to reach this level, it means that you have your table for registration set. You have the ID, you have the name, you have the date of birth, gender, country, city, interest, email, password, username, and date the user joined. If you have all these things set, it means that we can continue to the next level. At the moment, our table is empty. There is no data, nothing over it. All the data are going to be dynamically created from our app. So now that we have our table set for the sign up, the next thing you have to do is to go into the Visual Studio Code and then create that by PHP. Okay, and then right on top of it, I want you to just open up or enter into PHP, or go into PHP, then what? And close that.